Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Legacy of the Forge. And in this new DLC everything is about the blacksmithing. And I'm going to show you guys how you can make tier 4 weapons. So because that's not so simple, but after this tutorial you will make most of the time tier 4 weapons. So you got in total 4 tiers. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and then tier 4. I call it the Henry tier, but I think it's called the Martin tier. And that's the highest tier weapon that you can have. So the highest tier got the most TPS. It's simply the best weapon, but it's not easy to craft. Because depending how you do blacksmithing, is going to give you a tier 4 or not. But we are going to start first with the start, and then I'm going to show you guys the practical crafting. First of all, there is something very important that you need to know. So, blacksmithing is a skill, I think. Let me have a look where it is. Yeah, it's a skill. It's craftsmanship. So you can see that you will get better at craftsmanship if you go higher in level. They are saying it here. As your skill grows, it will become easier to achieve a good result in weapon, sharpening or blacksmithing. And you will be able to forge more advanced weapons. So always remember that. So by doing blacksmithing, you will level this up. I'm at the moment at the highest level, I think level 30. So you need to level this up. That's very important. Another thing that you need to take is you need to get the perk Martin's Secret. Martin's Secret is going to give you the chance to get tier 4. If you don't have this perk, it's not possible to do. So now you will be able to forge weapon of the 4th, the highest quality. So if you don't have this, you cannot do it. And now I'm going to show you guys how you need to do it, because there are a couple of simple things that you always need to watch. So first of all, you just click here, of course, that's mandatory. And I'm going to craft, let me have a look. I'm going to craft an axe, because it's a little bit different than a sword. So you can craft short swords, long swords, and axes. And then those I'm not going to show, the horseshoes, because there is not a tier system on them. So that's not really important. But if you do the same tips that you need to do on swords and axes on the horseshoe, it will work too. So let me have a look. A good sword, or are we going to make a long sword? Yeah, I'm going to make a long sword. So let's have a look. I'm going to make a broad longsword. So you just need to get the ingredients. You will find them in Kuttenberg in all the vendors. If you want to craft the new ones from the blacksmithing DLC, you need to unlock the 2 NPCs. Just to the main quest. Build an armorer and a foundry house in your garden, you will be okay. So we are going to start with this. So I'm already going to say the tips, because if I'm working, it's very hard. So what you need to do is you need to heat up the piece. And you got like 3 sections. A top, a middle and a bottom. They need to be yellow. So, and they need to be heated up all at the same moment. So you cannot have one part heated up before the other one. Otherwise, one part will be cold if you are hitting it with the hammer before the other one. So how do you do that? You just start blowing with A, and then you heat it up and you try to get it everywhere at the same moment to yellow. What you can do, there is a trick. At some point Henry is going to say, Curva, I'm heating it up, it's getting too hot. That's the sign that you need to stop. So that's very important. So let's get started. So you just heat it up, and there you move, and you already see that the top is getting more yellow. So just do this. This is a little bit working that you need to do, so you just need to watch to the color, and then you need to move it. Because every part, you can see that the middle is now already heated up, you need to get the top, and then you move. Here we go. Now Henry says something, you push R. And now the trick is with the hammer. So you need to hit one time and then you move a little bit. So like this. Small moves. That's important. You never can hit the same location twice after each other. You need to see sparks too. And if you see that it's getting, let's say, orange red, then it's time to put this weapon back in the forge. Because if you hit 2 times at the same location, you're doing it bad. If you hit a cold weapon, you're doing it bad. And that's going to lower the chance to get tier 4. And then you need to find the rhythm. Try to hit at the same pace. And then you need to do this. Hit, move a little bit. Always small moves, very important. Don't do big moves, otherwise it does not work. You don't need to turn it around, that's not needed. So you can turn the weapon around, but that's not needed. So now you will see. I start to hit it. Always small moves, that's the key. Never hit the same area twice after each other. And be sure that you got sparks. That's important too. And then normally you can do a longsword in one hole. But the problem is I needed to explain something. So you can already see that my sword is cooling down. So the top is already not yellow anymore. There is already no sparks anymore. So you can see the sparks are a lot less. That means that it's cooling down. So we need to put this one back in the forge. Okay, let's put this back in the forge and we are going to do just the same. Heat it up. Yeah, this is good. Get it out, it's nice yellow. So you will see that we got right away a lot of sparks more. You do just the same, find the rhythm, small moves. Here we go. So let's have a look that it's a tier 4. So now you need to push E. So we need to cool it now, and let's have a look that we got tier 4. I hope it's okay, because normally I start hitting right away at the start. So here you can see, this is the quality tier 4. So that's how you need to do it, guys. So I'm going to sharpen it really quick. That's needed to get the DPS higher and the value, of course. So you just go to the sharpening stone, you keep doing spacebar, and it's very simple. So the more sparks you see, the better, but you cannot see smoke. And then you just need to do this until it's 100%. And then I'm going to sell it. I'm going to throw it here in the blacksmith in the automatic selling chest. It can take some time. Normally, Henry is saying something when it's done. So you just need to turn it with the mouse. The more sparks, this is better than this. So you just turn it a little bit. This is not good. Did you guys saw it? That was only smoke and no sparks. Yeah, it takes a long time. It's a longsword, I think, this one. So there is a lot of area to sharp. So let's have a look that it's done. I think it still need to do a little bit, but you guys know what you need to do. So it's 91, that's enough. Now the next one. First I'm going to eat a little bit, because Henry is a little bit hungry. A little bit of honey. Now the next one, I'm going to craft an axe. It's a little bit similar than a sword. Let me have a look. Can be maybe the executioner X? Yeah. I don't need to use that many materials for it. It's a little bit the same, but of course the design is a little bit different. But you just need to do the same things. Never hit a spot twice after each other, find the rhythm. Axes are a little bit easier than swords, by the way. So you need to hit this once again up. So what I like to do is I just hit around on 5 spots on the axe. You will see it. It's not always easy to do the two bottom one, let's say it like that, because they cool really fast compared to the front one. The front one is here, so I always do this. So once again, one hit, you move a small step. So for me, that are the front three, and this is the front two, the back two. So, and that's how I do it. And then, of course, you need to find the rhythm again. Very important. Go a little bit quicker. This is, I think, for most people, a lot easier than doing the swords. And it's just the same. You need to see sparks. If it's getting cold, you need to move. And that was not good. I went right away to the right one. I'm going to speed up a little bit. Yeah, that was not good. Did you guys saw it? Sometimes it can happen. Because you can hit aside the weapon. So, but if you do small moves, it's a lot easier to do this, of course. But sometimes I go a little bit too far and I'm hitting the anvil. So, almost finished. That's always good. So you see that it's becoming a lot better if you hit it. So you can see it visual when it's almost done too. So you got a raw metal and then it starts to yeah, look a lot better, like in X. The more you hit it, you see it very good in horseshoes too. They get a nice design if you're almost done. So I saw now that it was almost done. So let's have a look. Do we got a tier 4 here too? Yes, a quality tier 4. So that's what you need to do, guys. Just remember the tips and tricks that I gave you guys, and you can see it's not overcomplicated. I just did it in one try because I'm not saying that I always got tier 4. Sometimes it's always possible that you hit something 2 times or that you by accident let it cool a little bit. That's possible. But with the tips and tricks, if you do that always, you will always get tier 4 quality. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Bye bye.